battery just died. Like, every time I record a video, the battery dies hella fast. So yesterday, actually, I'm just, like I said, I wanted to, like, actually, I need to give you guys a good greeting. So hi, welcome back to my channel. So as I stated in my last video, I'm going to be creating content that I can look back on, you know, years from now after my wedding. But right now I'm making like a series of my wedding planning, and yesterday was a local bridal expo that I went to. And before this bridal expo, honestly, I was so set on doing like a few things, but after going, I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to switch what I'm doing. So throughout this video, I'm gonna just like put clips of where I went and stuff. And then just like talk about my thoughts in terms of how I feel about the bridal expo. When I arrived at the bridal expo yesterday, it was kind of smaller than I thought, but then again, the place that was hosting the expo was kind of big. It's Cal Expo if you live in Sacramento. So when I went and they gave me like a sticker that read bride, so everywhere I went, like they pretty much knew I was the bride. I also invited my friend so that I didn't have to like go and experience like the madness all by myself. And I think if you're gonna go and do bridal expos, it's really smart to go with someone. That way, I mean, going by yourself is cool, like if I didn't have any friends that could go with me, because I found out last minute myself, I probably just would have went and experienced it myself. But since I did, I definitely think it made the process like a lot cooler, because then you had someone to kind of like bounce questions and opinions and things off of. So excuse my hair, you guys, I did not do it. It's like maybe 9 in the morning where I'm at. Today's my mom's birthday, so we had to get up at like 6 in the morning to like go to her house. So I've just been up, and I'm like, man, since I'm up, I might as well just make a video. So the pros of doing the bridal shower was definitely to get pricing up front, okay? So normally when you like know that you're getting married and you're preparing for a wedding, a lot of the times they have you come in and inquire, and I really don't like that because it's a waste of time. Like, say I found like a brand or something that I liked, and then they were like, oh, come in and talk about the pricing, and then I get there and the pricing's like way more than what I want to pay for that specific thing. So what I liked about the bridal showcase was that everything was in person. You could see it, touch it, feel it, and then you have all these people there that you can ask questions to. Another good thing about bridal expos is you get discounts on stuff. So some of the places that I was like speaking to yesterday, they're like, oh, enter to win $500 off, or you can, since you're here, you can get $50 off of this dress, you can do this, you can do that. So I kind of felt like, okay, you know, although it wasn't like the best setup to me, I think bridal expos are useful because you just get so much face-to-face contact with the owners, and most times it's small business owners, unless it's like David's Bridal or something. But a lot of these people are small businesses, so they're like, oh, let's just give a discount, $50 off of this. Like one service is like $500, so hella services are like thousands of dollars. So going to these bridal expos is really helpful because then you'll be able to use discounts on stuff. So another thing that I really enjoyed about the bridal expo is being able to find out about all these local businesses that do this stuff. I originally, and I'm still kind of toying with the idea, because like I originally wanted and was so set on having my wedding in Mexico. But the more I kind of like deal with this overall wedding stuff, the more I'm like, I don't know, because it's so expensive. It's like so expensive. So for example, I found this place yesterday that I really liked. I cannot find the brochure. Okay, here it is. So this is basically a mobile open bar, and they allow you to like buy the alcohol and they serve it. However, their pricing is like starting at $1,100. So what I learned is you have to kind of pick and choose, at least what I'm learning is like you have to kind of pick and choose what it is that you're wanting to spend your money on. So for us, I think we would want to spend money on entertainment, open bar, and food. I mean, decor too, but I feel like in terms of like pricing, I think what I just listed are like really intense priced things. So I feel like I'll spend the most money on those. And then decor, you can kind of like over the span of 2 years kind of gather and collect and make things. So I feel like that'll just be a lot easier. Whereas there's no, because there's kind of cutting corners with that because you can hand make it versus having an open bar where like I literally don't know anyone that can bartend, so I have to pay for that service. You know what I mean? So I was able to find like a cute little Instagrammy place where they come and set up shop. I get to pick my drinks, I get to pick like a whole bunch of stuff, so that it's like more personable to both Chaz and I and our guests. There was a fashion show, and I'll post a clip, but I wasn't like really soul set on it. Another thing I liked about this bridal show was they all have open houses. So a lot of the venues that we were going to, this is what I'm learning, a lot of the venues want you to use them for your food and your alcohol and stuff, and I feel like that's where I'm kind of like, because some services I'm going to want to provide, like for example, Chaz and I met at In-N-Out, so I want In-N-Out to cater our wedding. Like they have a whole wedding special like situation that they can do for you. But a lot of these venues are like, okay, if you're going to use our venue, then you're going to go through us for drinks, you're going to go through us for food. So it kind of limits, like at least to me, my creativity of what I want to do. So that's where I'm kind of stuck up. Back to what I was saying about Mexico, like we wanted to plan it in Mexico, but after going to the bridal show and getting like a real number on what things cost, it's like, do I really want to plan a party in Mexico and a reception, a wedding in Mexico and a reception here? And those are things that I just have to ask myself, my family, and see if like it's something we really just want to do. Because after me going yesterday, I'm like, well, I'd rather just have a 2-3 day wedding here than go to Mexico, plan something there, come back, plan something here, and both places I'm paying for open bar. Both places, because open bar is extremely expensive. You're spending $2,000, $1 to $2,000 on open bar, so that's like just times that by 2. So I would have to pay for once in Mexico and then again in Sacramento, and in Sacramento I would be paying for more people. So those are all things that I kind of was considering yesterday. The location I was considering. The food that we're gonna serve. So there's like decorations, like how your cups and plates and utensils are set up. Like those are all things that you have to consider, and those are all things that the Bridal Expo pretty much taught me. Like there are people that do these things for like an ungodly price, but they do them for you. So it's just a matter of, do I want to pay that ungodly price out here, or do I want to pay it in a different country? So we're toying with the idea of having the bachelor and bachelorette's party in Cancun, and then everyone coming here and we get married the week after. Even though August is like the most expensive time to get married, so that's another thing. Yesterday I found out August is like the most intense time to get married. So if you plan on getting married, try and make it in like September, October. You'll save like a lot of money. I'm gonna post the clips of like stuff that I saw yesterday and things that we did yesterday. So it was overall a cool experience. I'll probably be going to, there's an open house, there's 2 open houses for 2 locations this week, so I'll probably be going there and doing like a short video tour of like what I see and stuff. I always try to make videos, but it's so awkward. Like making videos in public is so awkward. Like I don't even get how people do it for a living because it's so awkward. So I'm trying to get used to like just asking to make a video so it's less awkward and I have the footage that I need. But otherwise, I think it was a cool event. It was really cool outside. And like I said, I got a whole bunch of like, you get a whole bunch of like discounts places. There were only really 2 places that I was like really in awe about. You get a lot of places where like, oh, come and you can sign up and get free cake tastings and you get free this, free that. So I did like the Bridal Expo for the simple fact that a lot of stuff was free and a lot of stuff is like, okay, here's a discount on this stuff, but it gave me a sense of direction because I had no idea what I was going to do. I just know that once I come forth with an idea, pretty much everyone in my family kind of just goes in my flow. So that was my first like wedding experience. Now it's time for me to start getting in the gym so that I can start scheduling appointments to try on dresses. I really didn't want to now, and they were trying to pressure me into it, but I didn't really want to now because I just had the baby. And I'm like a size 10 when I'm normally a size 3. So I think I'm going to probably be like a 7, 8 when I try on dresses, which is cool. But really the next thing I have on my list is to look at some of the venues and then ask, okay, so look at some of the venues. Ask my bachelor and bachelorette party to be the party. And then dresses. Like, I know dresses is going to take forever, so I'll probably start trying stuff on now. Something that someone did tell me yesterday was to straight up buy a dress that's not in season. So I'll probably get a dress that's like 2 dresses that are in season. Because dresses cost like $7 grand. Between $5 and $7 grand, at least the ones I want. But when I try them on, that'll give me like a realistic idea of if I like how they fit and stuff. So it was a pretty cool event. I'd probably go to another one. I probably would just stay longer. So if you are thinking of going to a bridal showcase, I think every bride should, just for the sake of discounts. But yeah, so I'll add some clips of my experience, and I'll probably come back and talk a little bit more about like where I am in terms of planning. So thanks for watching. I'll add some clips. Alright, so I was supposed to like really do my makeup and like all this stuff, but I decided not to because last night was such a long night for me that I just was like, I'm not putting on makeup. But anyway, so there's this bridal expo that is going on by my house. So well, not by my house. I had to drive to get here, but I came here. I definitely parked across the street from the expo because when I came, they were like, it's $10 to park. And I was kind of like, yeah, not if I'm going to be here for 2 hours. So they were like, well, you can go to the ATM, but the ATM was low-key charging close to $5 for their fee. So I was like, well, I'm just going to park across the street, get a little bit of cardio in, and since I need to work out anyway, and just make it do to do. Photo and take their pictures.
I've seen this on like YouTube.
Your guests can also add emojis.
How do you see the photo you took?
I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Okay, and you can add emojis and adjust them. Okay. Did you want to sign it?
No.
Okay. And so now it's going to show you a preview of your photo, and it will show your
this
signature
is so
in there
intense.
as well.
Whole time it's in here.
Okay. For your wedding, you would have a third option of print, and you can print as many as you like. 5 prints per episode,
Okay.
but as many as you like. For the show, we just do an email text.
Sure.
Would you like to text it to yourself?
Sure, yeah.
And so you would hit text and just put it in there.
Ooh, Taylor, I like this.
to have our wedding here in Sacramento. This is actually the location we were thinking of having it. It's like this super big mansion, and it shows you all the rooms. Oh yeah, they're showing all the rooms.
Yeah.
My sister.
It's like really nice. I said I would make a video of pretty much everything, but I'm really sold on this little situation here. It's like a mobile hair and makeup station, and I really think it would be a good little experience for the bride and the bridesmaids. So I think we put this like maybe number 2 on my list of wants.